Hi guys, welcome back to our video again. So in this video, we will explore the northern part of Japan, Hokkaido, trying to explore the ski trips, and then of course the Japanese whiskey, and also explore the beer factory there, and also take some time to check out the coastal line with of course the seafood, the Japanese seafood in mind, and not forgetting visiting the major city in Hokkaido. Every long distance trip starts with flight. We flew from Osaka directly to Chitose, which is the international airport for Hokkaido. So we are here now at Chitose. It's probably nightfall already. So it seems like this place didn't change much. So I still remember the Uniqlo was here 10 years ago. So there's this shopping mall inside the domestic departure, and we are going to get a fish cake which is originated here from Hokkaido. So that's the shop that we are looking for. This is my personal favorite fish cake in the world so far. So not just the fish cake, there are a lot of eateries, food around the new Chitose airport. Tons of choice. They are all quite tasty. So there's this ramen alley here also that allows you to eat all the ramen in Hokkaido. Smile! So apart from food, there are also places where you can explore, like this Roy's chocolate factory within the airport that shows you machineries and using robots to make chocolate. There's also the Hello Kitty world where you can meet your Hello Kitty, the Kuromi Cafe, and also the Doraemon Cafe is there as well. Doraemon Pizza. You can also shop around to buy all your souvenirs and all the snacks. Not forgetting the Pokemon Center where you can grab your Pokemon plushie or your Psyduck, or even if you're lucky, your Pokemon cards. So now it's 6 p.m. and you can see it's already nightfall. Now we are heading to look for our rental car. You will need to take the shuttle bus to go out of the airport to the rental car place and then do your DIY check-in before you are handed over the car. English, yes. No problem. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so now we are heading to return the vehicle. Bye bye, Rumi. So here we are inspecting the car return. So we're taking this shuttle bus back to the airport terminal. So we are here back at the airport. So other than the rental car process, there are some day-to-day stuff that you need to take note of, like clearing the snow and ice from the car. Not too bad. Let's see whether this is not stuck. All good to go. The worst part will be the frozen wiper and doors. So we need to clear off the snow before we open the door, else it will melt inside and cause the whole area to be very wet. All the rental car do come with the brush. You can brush it off. You can do the lazy way and just turn on the car with the heater. It will take very long. And then we will just blast and just increase the and wait for the engine to warm up. We left this water overnight in the car and now it's ice. You see there's a ice block here. And one more thing we need to make changes to our driving habit is to use less brake when you're driving in the winter or snowy or icy road, because you will generally skid and cause accident. Don't ask me how I know that. Basically that's a good lesson to learn. So some coffee before the long drive. So we are finally here. Has changed a lot. A new Lawson around here. Pretty easy. So this is the place. Pretty cool. So it comes with a lot of facility available for the stayer to use, and also a coffee machine in each room for you to make your morning coffee. So you couldn't see much at night, but the morning view is stunning. Where you can see the Mount Yotei. So there are free shuttle bus to the ski resorts. Okay, so apparently there are some buses to go around Kuchan and Niseko, and also the ski village. Or there's a 200 yen fee, which is not really expensive to travel around. So I see tons of shoes, merchandises. The accommodation also provides your ski equipment storage and also a dry room locker. You can hang your stuff here to dry. For each room, you will have one where you can dry up your item before you store them back into your baggage. As for food choices and supper, like this ramen store, you can actually find a lot of them in Kuchan, the small town just next to the Niseko ski resort. And the prices there are more affordable as compared to the ski resort. And of course, they are more local. Some of them do not really serve the foreigner, or at least foreigner that couldn't speak Japanese. But most of them are very genuine and also kind, where if you can speak just a little, they might help you out. And some of them do offer English menu, or you can shop in the grocery store in Kuchan and also get this kind of 4-liter whiskey. So when it comes to Niseko itself, there are a few popular places like this soup curry, where you have to wait almost 2 hours to get in. It wasn't like that like 10 years back. But I do agree that their soup curry is one of the better ones within the area. And you can also try their local Kuchan fried potato. If you're in a rush and if you have the space to do it, maybe you can buy the take-home one and just reheat yourself. So we were quite surprised to see Hai Di Lao here in Niseko. And just across Hai Di Lao is this. We're here to eat soba. I see. So these are Fox footprint.
Hi, hello.
Sunny. Okay. So this is a quite famous soba store within the area where they also serve English menu, so they welcome foreigner. Their soba are homemade, made by themselves, daily, fresh, very decent. I like the hot one, especially in the winter. There's also a lot of sides to choose from, and they will serve you the buckbeat water after the meal. You can also visit another area further deep down into Niseko, where it's called the Milk Kobo, where they have all the cow farms there and they serve quite a number of dairy products. I really like their cream puff and also the window seat, where you can enjoy the cream puff and watch Mount Yotei and also the cheese tart. They also open their back kitchen for you to view, and not forgetting to help yourself with their Hokkaido milk ice cream. So every morning we will drive up to the ski resort, which is in Niseko, Hirafu or Hanazono, where the drive takes around 20 minutes from Kuchan. So this is pretty much getting bigger. So a lot of developments over the year.
Yep, and then thank you.
As of equipment rental, you can choose to rent it in the ski resort or near the ski resort where there's a lot of convenience, or you can do it in Kuchan through rental or buying used equipment. So here to do rental, so they still allow you to choose your own design. Where it requires a deposit, where it will be refunded when the equipment is returned. Gundam stick. However, for shops that are within the ski resort area, they are slightly more fancy. They bring all high-end stuff and more branded goods around. They also have a lot of cool stuff that you can go in and check it out, take a look, touch and feel. Generally, they are all English speaking. They serve the international market. We also managed to grab ourselves some good deals.
Thank you.
So this is the welcome center. If you are taking a bus from Sapporo or from the airport, you will come here, drop off. This is somewhere that we have drink. Okay, the morning pretty busy. Everyone is a learner here. So we're heading up, eat out the board. So this is for the non-skier or snowboarder. It used to be only skier are allowed to go up the slope. Now there's a ticket where you can buy and seat the gondola up to the, I think it's the second or the third lift. Mainly people come up here, you know, to take photo, take video, enjoy the snow mountain, although you are a non-skier. There's a canteen there where you can go in, take a seat, grab some food, grab some coffee, sit at the window seat to look at children building snowmen, beginner getting stuck in the snow or difficult terrains. You can generally stay up there for a few hours until the last gondola service, and zero skiing or snowboarding skill required. So now there's tons of resort here in Hanazono 308. So it's 1st March now, so it's getting warm. You can see this is in the noon, and snow becomes pretty sluggish. But there's plenty, so it's still pretty soft. It's not as icy or hard as other places that we went. So as a skier, we chose Hanazono because of the gondola. It's easier to onboard for a beginner and also less windy, less chill, and more beginner friendly. But however, it brings you to a red slope, if I'm not wrong, where you will see some steep slope in between, and expected some falls and also really nice scenery where you can sit down and take a break with that breathtaking view. So remember to end your day with clearing away all the snow before you store your equipment back. So we are here. This is the Yotei spring water. So we're here in this random park just to take some free Yotei water. The complexion smoothing effect might be a myth, but we are just here for Yotei water that comes from the snow, and it tastes exactly like a mineral water. Yotei water. Snowing for the past few hours. Consider us unlucky during the 2 days of snowboarding. We didn't enjoy the fresh snow. It only starts snowing when we leave Niseko. But consider this, if you are living in this snowy country, the snow is really irritating, where you constantly have to clear out the snow, it's in the way, and the weather turns warm. The snow starts to melt and it becomes really dirty. I also cannot imagine myself waiting for public transport in this kind of weather. Maybe we are just too spoiled in our own country. So next stop we head to Yoichi. So we are here at the Nikka Whisky Museum. So for a private tour, you will have to make booking in advance, which we didn't. So we just decide to go around and enter the retail store to check out what's available. They also have this like little bottle for a quick dose. Visitor Center. Last call, 4 p.m. So they have used cars, new cars. So they have this museum which is open to public, no booking required. You can come anytime within the booking hours, and you can check out what's inside, the history, the heritage, what's their brand story, what's their product line, etc, etc. And of course, the main event of this visit is whiskey tasting. And there's also some limited edition, only exclusive to the museum. While we're on our way to Otaru, we spotted this really beautiful coastline that we couldn't resist but to stop by and take a look. It took us slightly longer because of the detour to reach Otaru. Otaru Station. So this is bicycle for rent, umbrella for rent. So after parking our car in front of the Otaru Station, it suddenly just started to snow, and we are heading to this seafood market where it's really crowded, and they sell really fresh seafood that is just caught back from the port. And a lot of interesting stuff that we have never seen before, or at least is pretty much exclusive or normal in Japan, where they are surrounded by seas and oceans. They also sell fruits and dry seafood, and also provide free toilet for usage. So they ask you not to stand and pee, but to sit and pee, and this is a gents toilet. So probably there's a lot of miscue all around. After witnessing some crazy queue over a TV ad store and some crab fighting, we decided to choose a one that is less popular or less crowd to have our seafood meal. The food is really fresh. Everyone loves the seafood. They are very well cooked, especially this uni don and this king crab. The family love it. So this is the famous Naruto store, which is the Otaru fried chicken. Everything here is pretty much DIY, where you have to get queue number to wait for your queue to get seated. And there's more than fried chicken in this store. Basically, they have everything, even the Otaru beer. And the fried chicken is really hot. It's really made to order. Not too bad, well marinated. And the potato is also very mushy, just like your mochi. Apart from all the eating, the other famous spot is the Otaru Canal, where you basically walk along all the ship warehouse. It's really crowded and really icy and cold, even in broad daylight. And along the canal, you will see this miniature town where it's more bustling at night, where all the food store will operate there. It's really squeezy and icy. I don't really like to walk inside here. You can also visit this Le Tao store, which is, I think, Otaru brand, but it's all over the place, even in Singapore, where you can see heritage warehouse being converted into their store. So these are the old Otaru, and this is the very old village. And this is how it looks like in the summer, and then this is how it looks like in the winter, where there's a lot of snow. And there's some dog statue outside the store. Apparently it's something like the Hachinko in Tokyo. So entering the store, you will see all the cakes, chocolates, a lot of sweets and dessert. A lot of variety to pick from, especially as a gift. And surprisingly, they can do tax refund on the spot in the bakery. This is the Whisky bar. I couldn't resist but bought their cheesecake ice cream. Like the Yoichi, Otaru is a very small town. It's good for day trip. So the next stop, we will head off to Sapporo city, which is the biggest city in Hokkaido. We check in this hotel. So very interesting. These are pretty much censored, but it's allowed here. Ice engine. Okay, this is pretty ridiculous. This is a fire safety function. If in case of fire, you just need to catch some fresh air and then you cover it in your head. So the good part about this hotel that it does provide onsen for the guests, and it's free. In the onsen, you get to shower, dressing room, and of course no camera should be allowed inside. But I'm just trying my luck. I thought I'm the only one since it's so late. And it really feels so shook or so good when it's snowing at the same time you're doing outdoor onsen. So throughout our stay in Sapporo, it almost snowed every day. We should have swapped the weather with Niseko, but nevertheless, the first stop we head to is the Nijo market, where it's famous for its seafood. It's very similar to the Otaru one, but this one's slightly more organized and slightly bigger, where you can see many different types of seafood, whether it is dried, fresh or alive. You can actually pick the seafood and go to any restaurant and ask them to cook it for you. There's also fruits available, where the Japanese melon, the really sweet melon, is also available. So same thing, due to the weather, we do not want to wait for all the long queue restaurants, so we came to this to enjoy our lunch for the day with some sashimi, some crab miso soup, and some other seafood. And suddenly there's a blizzard. So being in the Southeast Asia country, we all rush out, take some photo, take some picture, make ourselves happy before we go back and eat again. So the other area where you can enjoy seafood is the Sapporo morning market, which is very near to the wholesale center, so you just don't go to the wrong one. Where we did same thing, it sells a lot of seafood, dry item. It's typically like your wet market where you have a lot of fresh item and also a cigarette vending machine. We went there slightly a little bit late, so most of the stores are closed. So we decided to have our seafood fixed here, and this restaurant, which is featured in one of the anime, that's why it's popular. really good seafood and loaded. Nearby there's also a street where it's full of seafood vendor where you can get your seafood fix there. So this is the ramen alley. We will come in and take a look. So most of them open at late night, so it's like a after drink kind of supper spot. So I came to this famous Sapporo 60 years old traditional shop. There are free parking at the roadside, and it also provides English menu if you request for it. It will make your life easier. Yes, correct. Hi. In here, so our intention is to go to this store, but we end up heading to this one. But it's okay, let's give it a shot. Other than butter ramen, this will be one of the hot pick famous in Sapporo, Kangiskan, grilled lamb. So with all the food introduction out of the way, so next we will explore the city. Okay, so we are at our next destination. You know the pretty girl's photo. Here used to be a red light district. So heading down. A very small corner, mainly lady stuff, cosplay. And this is for men, maybe. And loops. One-time use. And these are the AV stuff. Show you the internal. 0.01, and there's a camera to spot what you're doing here. Okay, this is really a state of liquor. Shiva's trough, around 44 Sing dollar. So your Macallan around 75. You also have all this like tiny whiskey or alcohol where you can shot it.
ลูกค้าที่ถือวีซ่าท่องเที่ยวเข้าประเทศญี่ปุ่นมาเป็นเวลาไม่เกินครึ่งปีสามารถยื่นหนังสือเดินทางของท่าน
All these are clubs, overnight clubs, where you can shower all within a single tower. Funny lady. So there are also a lot of shopping malls where you will see interesting stuff like either appearance. You can do your shopping. There are local souvenir store where you can grab all the local items like your soup curry, your dried packaged airtight seafood, also salmon jerky, and also some Otaru and local stuff, and of course the white liver as your souvenir back home. Isn't that the film company? So out of curiosity, we went over to check it out, and we realized that they are so smart. They put all the toy figurine outside to prevent young boys from peeking through. So these are just like a little stone where you can dump it on ice if they are slippery. So we also came across this building where it is an entertainment center. Most of the multi-story are all claw machine, like really a lot of claw machine. Some of the locals do hang out there for the whole day. There's also gaming center with a pool and billiard center which has an age limit, and also a comics center with a karaoke room. So we also visited the famous cross junction which appear in most of the photographs that represent Sapporo, and also see the new and old tram. So we also spent some time in Aeon shopping mall that is outside of the city center. It's slightly different vibe as compared to the city center, where you can tell it's more family oriented with kimono and this really expensive primary school kids bag. There's the arcade and then slot machine in the arcade. We also pay a visit to the Sapporo Beer Museum, where they first made the Sapporo beer, take name from the city here. So in here you get free tour, and of course once you enter you will see all the souvenir where they sell the Sapporo related items. So that's where you can spend money to buy souvenir and some beer. They also have the old beer that is only sold here. So part of the museum is to experience, to show you the history, the making, the recipe, the ideology of this beer making, and also the founder, how they created this brand, and also all the brand label, the old poster, pretty interesting stuff. And the most important part is always the beer tasting session. No alcohol. So during the night there will be some light up which looks really pretty, but it's also very cold because of the wind. We also pay a visit to a local sake brewery. It's a small museum, not so well funded as compared to the Sapporo big brands. But here you can see all the history of the brand, and you see people do like drinking, but there's no drinking in this museum. That's the weird part. Where you can also see other stuff that is made out from the rice residue from making the sake. I think the coolest part of it is the ice cream that is made out from the rice residue. Really nice. We also went to one of the park in Sapporo to check out the park. As you can see, there's some wildlife roaming freely here in the park. So this is a very big park. That's where it's linked to the zoo. We went to this shrine, so we follow the rules. Wash your hands and your mouth before entering. So it's a pretty big wooden shrine. Or like all the shrine, you can make your wishes, buy all the charm, and this is something unique I never seen before. Alright guys, that will be the end for our Hokkaido trip. So we need to board the plane to Tokyo next, and we see them spraying this green stuff. I'm not sure what is it, probably it's like an antifreeze to prevent the wing from frozening. Alright guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.